deliberate attempt by authorities to try and scrub out that history.
Supporters claim a referendum to make Australia a republic would be successful if held in the next few years. Australian of the Year David Morrison has called for an Australian head of state, but Malcolm Turnbull has hosed down the idea for now, insisting the debate should only take place after the Queen's reign. A referendum held in 1999 was unsuccessful, but President of the Australian Republican Movement...
Happy Australia Day, Phil.
I knew you'd say that, Bruce, and I reciprocate. And it doesn't feel like a Tuesday, does it?
No, it does not.
It's a day in limbo, isn't it?
Well, it is. If you have a long weekend and it's Monday, you sort of accept that, don't you? But
Yes.
not midweek.
No, it's weird. Now, of course, next year is a leap year. No, this year is a leap year, isn't it?
Yes.
Which means it will be on a Thursday. Next year, so people will take Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Right, okay, the whole week off.
Yeah, I think so. So, folks, if you're on your way home and you're battling traffic, if you're coming up from Rosebud or you're coming back from Lorne or wherever, give us a call and tell us how the traffic is flowing.
Yeah, please, because the Mornington Peninsula, I think, was just about gridlocked this morning, Phil.
And would be this evening too, Bruce, after 3-4 days away. So do everyone a favour, tell us where you are and tell us how you're proceeding.
And as the night goes on, what about great Aussie movies, songs, inventions and stories?
Oh, what a wonderful idea, yes. And are you happy with the choice of the Australian of the Year, David Morrison?
Seems to be. Very popular, doesn't it?
Yes, seems to be a decent bloke. Or would you have preferred someone else?
And if so, whom?
Maybe Bruce or Phil. Maybe next year, Bruce. Maybe next year. Maybe Queen's birthday honours in June.
So let's call in 3AW Wangaratta, 2QN Deniliquin to our very special Australia Day show.
Yes, and those tuned to us around the world on the internet, on DAB Plus or on phone apps.
Did you come into town to see the parade? Thousands of people did, Phil.
Yes, they certainly did. There was beautiful weather for it, Bruce, wasn't it? The flag-raising ceremony.
Oh, yes.
The naturalisation ceremony at the town hall.
All went very, very well.
I think it's been a wonderful day. So share your day with us. Maybe you had a barbecue on the banks of the Yarra.
Now, due to there's this great promotion with Tiger Air, anytime you ring in, there's a chance for you to go anywhere in Australia, Phil.
Yes, at random, there are two people chosen tonight, one every hour. And when you hear us playing I Am a Tiger by Lulu, that means you're off interstate to the destination of your dreams.
That's right. You choose where you want to go, anywhere in Australia.
With a partner.
And also in the draw for the major prize of a return airfares and a week's accommodation for a family at the Hotel Mercure Bali Legion, thanks to Tiger Air.
It's going to pay you to ring in because in the next 55 minutes, one of you will win that interstate prize.
Indeed.
All right, 900 693.
Or outside Melbourne, 13 13 32. Betty's at Kingsbury, Phil.
Hi, Betty.
Hi, Philip. I'm just ringing to tell Bruce I put on my iPad about 9:20, and he's been on camera.
Yes, I know, looking like an idiot, gazing into space.
I thought it was a bit embarrassing. It might happen again. I didn't leave it on for long, but you were doodling and you're yawning.
Betty, please, would you mind?
Sorry
Dear,
about that.
how embarrassing.
Oh, well, I thought it would be embarrassing if it kept going.
Yeah, well, thanks for rubbing it in.
No, I just thought I'd let you know in case it happens again.
No, it won't.
I know people who tune in, they can't hear it. I think they tune in just to see Bruce. It's true. His fans.
Yeah, I like to watch us.
Oh, good on you, Betty.
Thank you.
Good night.
Okay, good night.
Why don't we talk to Cameron now before the break? Hello, Cameron.
Yes.
Oh, hello, Wars and Philip. And how are you both going?
All going well, Cameron.
Wonderful. Before I go on, I just want to send some Cheerios because people recognise my voice on the phone. I must have a distinctive voice, I think. Judy of Hampton, dear friend of Sand. Graham of First National Berwick and his wife, who might be listening. David of Clorinda, my electrician, and his wife. And, of course, Grumpy Wayne of North Dandenong.
Okay.
Cheerios to you all, because everyone's recognising my voice now. I think I'm becoming too famous.
All right, Cameron.
I'm looking forward to Yeah, it is a bit of a worry. Maybe one day when I move now, I won't give exactly where I live. I'm looking forward to the Hobart trip in February, and hoping it's all enjoyable and you know, I'm really looking forward to seeing Mount Wellington and going down to Bruny Island. Have any of you been to Bruny Island?
I don't believe so. Is that about as far south as you can go?
Not quite, Philip. It's about 100 miles just south of Hobart. So it's a day's trip. So it's within actually just on the outskirts of the Hobart metropolitan area.
Okay. Right.
So it's a day trip. It's about 9 hours trip all up, but I'm looking forward to that because I love seeing Aussie islands, and I think since I can't afford to go overseas too much now, I think I'll be doing more like Norfolk Island.
Yes. Well, there's so many islands and little inlets to see, aren't there?
Yes, he loves travelling out, Cameron, doesn't
Oh,
he?
yes. Ruth in South Melbourne. Hello, Ruth.
You still there, Ruth? You must.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Okay, terrific. I had a very quiet one today, boys. I don't know about you. I hope you enjoyed your respective roles in Australia Day.
Yes, thank you.
You both had very positive days?
Yes, lovely.
Oh, look, that's wonderful. I was a bit disappointed about the tone of some people last night attacking Stan Grant and others, and I think Australia is bigger than that. We're not about attacking each other and pulling each other down. We're about drawing on our wonderful reservoir of talents and creating a better future.
Well said, yeah.
And finding justice for all in that whole outlook, and that we're hopefully a modern Australia that embraces all people, includes all people, and tries to address some of the past injustices. So I'd just like to be able to say I sympathise with the Indigenous people of this country, and I recognise that they may not feel great about this day, but, you know, we will all hopefully move forward together and build on all the great things that come out of recognising greatness on Australia Day. That, it's not just about the unfortunate past, it's about the people who are positively contributing.
Yeah, very well said, Ruth. I think that sums the whole day up.
I hope so, because I just think, yes, we have to face our past, we have to face bad things in the past, but let's also move ahead from the point of view of look at what Rosie Batty did last year. I mean, just in 1 year, elevating that issue to a national concern that will have long-ranging positive outcomes, we hope.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it. And I can't remember the chap's name who's the army guy.
David Morrison is the new Australian of the Year.
Yeah, well, what I've heard of him was very inspiring. What he spoke about was same issues of equality, gender inclusion, of equality for pay for women, hopefully at some time, this sort of thing, and that's wonderful. So I just, I haven't listened to his speech yet, but that for me is good. And I, as I say, I was disappointed a bit last night at a bit of the tone, and also just to say, Nightline is not about pulling people down. It's about being positive, and it's about being appreciative of the good things we have. Yeah,
very well said, Ruth. Thank you very much. Sums up the whole day beautifully.
Yes, you've said it in one word, Ruth. Well done.
Yeah.
And yes, let's keep the show lightweight. It got too heavy last night with Stan Grant bashing and so on, and Chris of Broadmeadows bashing. So let's lighten up a bit.
Yeah. I think there was a little bit of niggling between you all, and maybe we added to it, but none of that tonight.
No. Let's keep it light and bright.
Indeed, it is 10:15. 10:10. A fire is burning out of control in discarded rubber and plastics at a landfill in Melbourne's west. More than 50 firefighters are battling the blaze in Brooklyn, which began about 7:30 tonight, and is spewing acrid black smoke around surrounding suburbs. The Metropolitan Fire Brigade says there's no threat to communities, but is warning residents in Brooklyn, Braybrook, Sunshine West, Tottenham, West Footscray to be aware of the smoke.
Well, you'd want to stay indoors and turn off your air conditioning, wouldn't you? You wouldn't want that permeating the house.
Well, no, of course not. No.
Okay, so be warned.
Okay, Chrissy at Vermont South. Good day, Chrissy.
Good evening, gentlemen, and happy Australia Day to you both.
And to you too.
I was just ringing because, Bruce, you sparked something in me when you said, oh, ring and tell us about anything to do with, like, Australian inventions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you gentlemen have heard of a product called HEGS. H for Harry, E for Egg, G for Goat, S for Sam. HEGS.
No.
They're only new recently on the market, and what they are a cross between a peg that have two little hooks on the adjacent side. So you know the traditional peg, how you open it, and it like how it opens when you press it up the top. At the base of it, on either side, there is a hook. So not only can you use it as a traditional peg, but for your delicates, you can hook that on.
I've heard about this, and it's remarkable.
They are amazing. They are made from HEGS themselves, and they're an Australian-based company in South Australia. Can I tell you, Bruce? I swear by them. They are so durable, and honestly, there's nothing you can't do with them. They hold jeans, they hold everything.
Chrissy, how did you get onto this?
I was watching TV, and do you recall a program called Shark Tank, which was on last year on Channel 10?
I loved it, yes.
Yes, it was on there. So it was an innovation on there. So, and it was picked up by one of the millionaires there. So, and of course, at the program, they give you an opportunity to go onto a website. And I purchased them because I wanted to support them, but also, to be honest with you, I was interested. Do you know what I mean? Like, anything that can make your washing actually stay on the line. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, but honestly, if anybody hasn't heard of them and are thinking of them, don't hesitate, because they're made of really thick, durable plastic. They're not flimsy by any means. And if they will even hold a pair of jeans, you can't go wrong. Do you know what I mean? You hook them through the eyelets and bang.
Well, good on you for ringing up and supporting an Australian invention.
Oh, well, as I said, you were the one that triggered me, and I was like, oh, I must tell everybody. Because... And
we're going to give you a destination of your choice anywhere in Australia, thanks to Tiger Air.
Thank you so much.
Now, you don't have to decide immediately. Talk to Bianca about it, and you go into the draw for the trip to Bali for the family.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Bruce. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Now, where do you think you might like to go? Because you can take someone with you.
Oh, honestly, I'd probably have to speak to my husband, and he's in bed.
Well, don't rush into it. I want you to hold the line for Bianca, talk to her, and congratulations from Tiger Air.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And next week we'll announce the winner of the return trip to Bali for 1 week for a whole family.
Okay, don't hang up, Chrissy. Steve at Greenvale.
G'day, guys. Happy Australia Day.
Yes, Steve. Hi.
Barbecue as usual. Got the prawns, but someone who bought the prawns didn't read the ingredients. They were made in Vietnam, so we tossed them out. But we had a great day. It was a lovely day, and it was just family and barbecue and roast lamb, and Greeks love our lamb.
Yeah, of course.
Australiana, the only thing I can think of as a kid, the movie Picnic at Hanging Rock.
Yes.
That really encapsulated Australiana. Just the environment, the landscape, nothing, really violent, just something very beautiful about that movie. Even though it was a myth and an urban legend, it was still, wonderful to watch and be immersed by it. But urban legend, the most famous urban legend that I grew up with in this country is the ghost of, or the legend of Fisher's ghost. That's also a myth, but still it was a very good story, and it just sort of captured the kind of life they may have led back in the 1800s, and that story was so good and generated so much interest that, guys, in Campbelltown in New South Wales, they actually have a festival of Fisher's ghost.
Well, tell us in a nutshell, who was Fisher's ghost?
Well, look, I can't remember the exact details, but apparently there was a miner who was murdered by passerby and stole his money, threw his body over the area which is Fisher's ghost in that particular part of the farmland. And he actually went to the pub, and someone was passing by that area where the body was dumped and saw the ghost of Fisher, who was murdered, sitting on a fence, pointing towards where his body was.
Yeah.
And the man was so ashen-faced, he ran to the pub and he told the barman what happened, and the man who was there, who murdered Fisher's ghost, was so stunned by the story, he confessed immediately.
Oh, yeah, amazing story. And I suppose Australia's full of those stories.
Yes, it would be.
Who was that lady that lived in the swamp down...
She was down Tarwin way, wasn't
Tarwin,
she?
yeah.
Yes, that was a weird story.
Very unusual.
She disappeared too.
Okay, Louise at King Lake.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Just wanted to tell you about what we did today. I sort of hinted at it the other night, and I had, because Glenn used to listen to you guys at night time. He couldn't ring in because of his condition, but we spread his ashes today.
Oh, did
on the
you?
garden.
How emotional for you, Louise?
No, it was actually lovely, Bruce, because I had Glenn had 4 grandchildren, and there's 2.5-year-old twins and a 2-year-old and then a babe in arms. And I got each of the boys to come and they planted a plaque for Grandad and made Grandad's garden. So I had some beautiful marigolds.
Beautiful.
And they each dug a hole with me and planted the plants to make Grandad's garden and then helped me to spread his ashes.
Mm-hmm. But still, for you, a heart-wrenching day.
No, it was actually lovely, Phil, because we had a nice lunch with my daughter and Glenn's sons and the grandkids, and then this afternoon I had all the neighbours come in for drinks, and we just had a bit of a wake this afternoon. So a lot of laughs and nice memories. Nothing mortal, and Glenn wouldn't have liked that.
No.
So we just had a lovely day with the really good friends, got great neighbours. And, the little kids earlier, and, they were so seriously planting their little plants and then watering them in for Granddad.
Yeah, a lovely day, a lovely Australia day, Louise. One of reflection and conviviality by the sound of it with the neighbours.
Yes, you're very brave, Louise.
Vivian at Dingley. Hello, Vivian.
Hello, boys. Happy Australia Day.
Yes, you too. Are you a naturalised Aussie?
Oh, of course.
Good.
Oh, of course. The minute we set foot, I'll tell you what, we loved it.
Yes.
And anyway, this is getting off the subject a bit. I wanted to tell you something. Mick McCallum, when he was doing the talk about the bushfires in Lorne, and I was talking as to whether there should be fireworks or that, but he gave me a voucher. And we were down in Torquay with the kiddies, and they said, let's drive down to Lorne, and we'll go to this place that you have the voucher for. And, of course, normally when you get something like you feel a little bit, I hope it's all right to use this, what I mean.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway,
Yeah, of course.
The name of the restaurant, which is right on the foreshore, is Mark's. And we went in, and I told the lady there, well, what a surprise. Brought all of us, the children and all, into the back to see Mark, who was the chef. They immediately insisted the children have drinks on them while they were waiting. And, of course, we bought quite a lot. We had our lunch there. And couldn't have been nicer and better. And I thought, I'm just going to ring Bruce and Phil up and tell them.
Oh, glad you did. That's a lovely story.
And on the way out, the lady called me back and she said, Mark wants you for a minute. It was because of 3AW. Because I told them about 3AW, but it wasn't Nightline. And he gave me a beautiful tea towel advertising the hotel, but it was beautiful, red and white. And I said to them, well, I really do hope you get lots of business because you deserve it. So there you are, boys.
Oh, you've had a great day.
Yeah, well, that wasn't today. That was the end of last week.
How generous was Mark, yes.
Okay, Vivian, thank you very much. Coming up to 10:30, great Australian movies, songs, inventions and stories that have come out of Australia.
Yeah, share them with us on 96900 all our lives. Can you add to the list, folks? 96900 693. Typical Aussie food.
And not only foods, but things that are our way of life.
Yeah. Speaking of food, you'd have to include Weet-Bix, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Aussie kids are Weet-Bix kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's hear from you. on your favourite Aussie foods. Something you miss when you're overseas, perhaps? Something you pine for?
Could be one of the Aussie foods there for a prize of a Tocky ham, Phil.
Yes, very much so. Or maybe in the next a trip anywhere in Australia with Tiger Airlines. Now, we're on digital, DAB+. A lot of people have tuned to us on digital. We'd love to hear from you. Here's something a little different, but I thought I'd bring it up tonight. This week I read in the paper, are you aware that Victorian pets are the most spoiled and expensive in the whole country?
Yes, I read that.
On average, we Victorians spend $8,000 a year on our dog or our cat. Now, that includes grooming, beauty treatments, pet fashion, accessories. It also includes vet fees, of course, medicines and food. But that's a lot of money per head of population, isn't it?
So why do you think that is?
Well, it's twice as much as they spend in other states. I don't know why it is so, but we love our pets. The most popular breeds of dogs in Victoria are, can you guess, there are two?
Oh, is it Labrador?
Yes, they're both big dogs.
Labrador.
Yes.
Oh, give me a clue.
And golden retrievers.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. And 1 in 5 pet households has one of these dogs. So give us a call. How much does your pet cost you a year? More than $8,000? Tell us why.
Yeah, please. 25 to 11. Jeff, good evening.
Oh, g'day, Bruce and Phil.
Yeah, Jeff, welcome.
Our Australia Day today, it was wonderful. We had our lunch and we had 4 and 20 pies for lunch.
Oh, lovely.
Very Aussie, I think, and we actually, it was nice too because in our house at the time we had a couple of guests and one chap from Iran and another girl from Sweden. And we had them wearing little Australia Day hats and all the rest of it. So it was very nice. And then for dinner we had your classic barbecue, I suppose. We had some lovely lamb cutlets, which are one of my favourite meats, I've got to say. And then just some sausages and the rest of the barbecue stuff. And we had all the immediate family around and again. And then my wife organised for us to go out into the street and play a game of cricket like you would have when you were a kid, I guess.
Oh, how lovely. How Aussie.
Yeah, but instead of using our traditional cricket bat, she had all these water balloons filled up so that every time you hit something, you got drenched. But it was good fun and it was a nice day for it today anyway.
Oh, what a lovely day you've had, Jeff. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll talk again later.
Please do.
I don't think you'll go to bed hungry, Jeff.
Did you do?
Well,
I don't think so.
Okay. So I don't think I'll go to bed at all.
No. Did you do anything special today? Share that with us. 96900 693. Something out of the unusual. Did you go somewhere special? Did you visit someone?
Maybe you took a hot air balloon ride early in the morning over the Yarra Valley. A lot of people do.
Yeah, that's very Aussie.
Yeah, and you know, something a bit different. Let us know if you did something out of the ordinary. Perhaps it was puffing Billy.
Yeah,
perhaps
maybe.
a day on the beach. We'd love to talk to you. And there's a good chance you'll win a prize.
Do you remember a great Aussie movie that stuck in your memory? Songs and inventions and great stories.
What, you know, on the spur of the moment, what's probably your favourite Aussie movie? Probably The Dish for you, or...
yes, I love that.
Yes.
The Dish and
The Castle. Yes, they were both special, weren't they?
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, okay. So, folks, what's your favourite Aussie song? Your favourite Aussie artist?
Or Aussie comedian, Aussie television performer, actor, actress.
Yeah, yeah. Do you like Dave Hughes' work?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah,
he's going to be a big star on 9 this year, isn't he?
Oh, he certainly is with the talent show.
Yeah, Australia's Got Talent. Yeah, they're promoting him very heavily.
Very heavily.
And aren't they promoting the Molly biog?
There's a bit of criticism about over-promoting.
I think they are, don't you?
But it's just too much.
Even Molly's escaped to get away from it to Thailand, where he had his spill.
Yes, he did. He fell over in the getting out of a car.
Where he had his fall. Have we talked to Jeff already, Bianca?
Yes.
Okay, let's move that off the board and let's groom for some new names on 96900 693. And Peter Hitchener will be in later in the week, and on Thursday night after 10 we're in company with Andrew McLaren. We always look forward to that.
Yeah,
wasn't it fun last night with Bert and Patty?
Oh, it was wonderful. Yes, quite unexpected. Bert and Patty Newton came in, spent the first hour with us, and it was just great radio.
It was vintage radio, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Why don't we take a break, Bruce?
3AW Breakfast.
How do you go with parking signs where there's more than one sign on the pole?
Oh, somebody got to have a PhD, some of them, to work out when on earth you're allowed to park there.
Weekday mornings from 5:30.
A friend who was in Germany who parked their car got their phone out and took a photograph of the street sign so they know what street they were parked in.
Oh, that's a great idea.
3AW 693.
Very
They
smart.
got back and they looked up their phone and their phone said Eingangstrasse,
Right.
which is German for one-way street.
Calling all passengers aboard the Titanic, 93975101. Book now as tickets are selling fast. Titanic, the only place in the world where your night is guaranteed to be a disaster. Titanic.com.au.
Plantar fasciitis, bursitis, osteoarthritis, chronic pain, never-ending pills, creams, needles. Sound familiar? I'm Peter Dacos. Since retiring from footy, pain had become a way of life. But thanks to B-Cure Laser, my pain is no longer in control. This brilliant little soft laser device relieves painful conditions quickly without all the other junk. Scientifically proven, gentle and completely natural, it's also light and portable, so I take it with me everywhere. Google B-Cure Laser to watch videos and learn more about this amazing treatment.
Bev! Hey, neighbour!
Oh, hi, Liz. I'm just loving it here at Kingsgate Village.
I saw you in the pool.
I saw you in the hair salon. I'm not sure what I'm enjoying more. I mean, the lifestyle or having a secure future, because really, with so little super, I never thought I'd own a two-bedroom home.
Come over for a glass of wine. Let's celebrate.
Great.
Kingsgate Village. Highly affordable resort-style living in Kilmore. To inspect, find details at kingsgatevillage.com.au.
Optus Small Business Tips and Tricks from cricket legends. Here's Damien Fleming on never giving up.
To play the first test and then miss my second test with injury set a pattern for my career. Once you've played for Australia, you know how good it is. The actual dream of getting back is even stronger. When you've got injuries, setbacks, you've got to make sure your preparation's premium. You've got to be diligent from a mental perspective. You've got to make sure that your goal setting is right on. When I got back to play for Australia, my goal wasn't just to make it back in the team. It was to be a very good Australian player. So I didn't want to be average. I didn't want to just be good. I want to set high standards for myself. So once you set those standards, all your training, all your preparation needs to be geared to that. You hope that you build up a lot of confidence, enough skill to actually be able to perform at that level and be a very good test bowler.
At Optus, we hear you and understand your business needs. Go to optus.com.au/business to find out more.
Hi, Rob Sinclair from E&S Trading. It's New Year's resolution time at E&S. Don't miss your chance to get at least 15% off RRP on premium kitchen, bathroom and laundry appliances as we clear over $14 million worth of stock. T&Cs apply. Sale must end Sunday at E&S Trading.
3AW. You're listening to Nightline with Bruce and Phil.
18 to 11 as we catch up with Kate McMahon over at the Herald Sun. Phil?
Hi, Kate. Happy Australia Day.
Happy Australia Day to you guys too. I hope you've had a lovely and relaxing day.
Yeah, been beautiful, thank you.
Oh, that's good. Melbourne turned on the weather, didn't it? It was great.
It's a great day.
Yeah.
So what are you leading with tomorrow?
Well, in tomorrow's Herald Sun, we've got an absolutely extraordinary story from our education reporter, Alyssa Doherty, about the truancy crisis in our schools. So teachers are reporting that parents are letting their children wag school to play computers all day, just to go shopping. And in some cases, teachers have reported that students have attended school for a whole year. Just haven't shown up, and nothing's happened. Like, there's not been one single fine.
What sort of parents have they got?
Well, it begs the question, really, doesn't it? So,
Do the parents know?
well, apparently
fair
so.
idea, strike.
You'd imagine that the school would be letting them know.
Of course they would.
If you're working all day, you wouldn't know, would you?
But, I mean...
School would let them know.
The school would let the parents know.
Goodness.
And the thing is that the state government talked about bringing in fines to, you know, make sure that people weren't missing too much school. And apparently not one person has been fined, despite these issues going on. So
Gee, we're lax, aren't we?
It'll be a conversation started tomorrow, I think. So
Yeah, we're slack, yeah. What else is inside, please?
well, we take a look at the health of the state's economy with the latest ComSec report, and Terry McCrann and state politics editor James Campbell lead our coverage there. On top of all that, we look at the Australia Day celebrations and reflections around the nation. We also have the latest on the Australian Open, the details on the E.J. Witten's Legend game stoush, which apparently the game nearly got cancelled, but it's all looking a bit better now. And model Jennifer Hawkins did an embarrassing Australia Day stunt, so we've got all the details on that as well.
And the TV lift out tomorrow, TV guide.
Yes, it's switched on, and if you've ever wondered what I'm a Celebrity host Dr. Chris Brown looks like dressed up as an elephant, well, tomorrow is your chance to find out.
Oh, I can hardly wait. All right,
He
Kate.
and Julia Morris is so much fun.
Kate, thank you very much.
Good night.
See ya.
That's in the Herald Sun tomorrow, a bumper edition by the sound of it.
It's going to be huge.
Karen at Croydon. Hello, Karen.
Hello, boys, and happy Australia Day. I used to live in Ashford, but I've just moved up to Croydon.
All right.
But what I rang for is thinking of Australia Day. I get a bit nostalgic, so like I'm learning about my grandparents in their youth, in their 30s, in the 1930s and 40s.
How wonderful.
And people living in the inner suburbs, and how friendly they all were, and all the factories, and they all used to work around the factories.
Oh, yes, you had relatives. You had neighbours that were like relatives in those days.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, yeah, they were all good mates, and they all went to work together, and they had children together, and, yeah.
Like an extended family.
Yeah, they were good days.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, but these days everyone keeps to themselves, don't they?
Well, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, they do. But, no, in the 40s and 50s, I think they were nice times.
Oh, they were great times.
In Australia.
Yes, they were.
Hard times, I guess.
We didn't even lock our doors in those days, did we?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. And all the kids would be up the back lanes playing. And
every second block of land was empty with no house on it.
That's right.
So there was either a horse, grazing, or you could play cricket there or whatever.
That's right. And places like Blackburn and, things like that, they were orchards.
Templestowe was just orchards, wasn't it?
They were, yeah.
Yeah, good memories. Thanks, Karen.
That's okay. Thanks, boys.
Hold on, Karen. You hold on there for Bianca. We'll organise a Bataki mini easy cut ham.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Bruce and Phil.
Okay, love. Bataki simply the best. Now, don't hang up.
Thank you.
Now, Kate at the Herald Sun brought up a good point. Have you ever wagged it from school? I think most of us have at some time or another.
Yeah, but they come down with like a ton of bricks on you in the early days.
Yeah, but you might have just had a bit of a sniffle, but you still...
Oh, no.
I'll have a day at home.
No sniffles.
Oh, well, we used to... You've got a story, haven't you, Bianca, about wagging school? What's yours? I can't hear you. Wrong fader.
Yeah. Hey, I have to confess that I did wag school when I was in year 7, and on the day I wagged school, I caught the bus, rocked up to the schoolyard, and then went, I just don't feel like going. So I walked all the way home, only to overhear my mum speaking to the school, or speaking to a friend of hers, saying that we don't know where Bianca is. She left her lunch at home. I took it back to the school, and they said, Bianca isn't at school today.
Ooh, you got caught.
I was
trouble.
Busted. So, Bruce and Phil, did you ever wag school?
No, because it was almost an offence in those days.
No, it didn't wag school, but as I said, you wouldn't have to have much of a sore throat to decide, I think I'll stay in bed all day.
Well, your mother would know, wouldn't she?
Oh, well, you'd fake it, wouldn't you? Well, occasionally.
Yeah, it's not wagging, that's saying I'm sick and I want to stay in bed.
Yeah, but how sick were you? It's a form of wagging, isn't it?
We'll never know. Roger at Caulfield. Hello, Roger.
Yeah, g'day. How are you, boys?
Yeah.
And forget about the sniffles. Don't worry about that. That'll be all right.
Yeah, of course.
Bit of a late mail, and I'm a celebrity at Get Me Out of Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The footballer is Ben Cousins.
How are you sure of that?
Oh, no, it's all right. And the other one is David Beckham, international sports superstar.
They're in the jungle, are they?
Well, probably, yeah. Well, that's just... Well, wait till Sunday night. That's just my late mail. I got it from a friend through a friend, and Ben Cousins is a footy player, and the international sporting superstar is apparently David Beckham.
Oh. Well, I heard Shane Warne could be there too.
How do you know, Roger?
Well, don't worry about it. No, it's not what you know, it's who you know, isn't it? In this world,
sorry, I asked.
Well, no, well, you asked me a question.
Yeah, and I'm still asking, how do you know?
Well, it's just a friend of mine.
Okay, so we'll see if you prove right on Sunday night.
Yeah, right. Ben Cousins, David Beckham.
Okay, we're
ring me back and apologise. See you later.
Oh, good.
Apologise for what?
What a nasty call, Roger. Yeah. 10 to 11, 3AW 11, and James at Rowville joins us, Phil.
Hi, James. What's your story?
G'day, lads. How you going? Hope you had a good Australia Day.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we did.
Yeah, that's good. Roger, clearly in a good mood, but I've actually heard him come on your station under a nick, so I don't know what he's for. He's got a pretty distinctive voice.
Every night.
Yeah. And what's his normal name, though, Bruce?
Well, he changes names in suburbs every night. It's a bit cowardly, isn't it, James?
It's absolutely unbelievable that you can do that. And actually, the worst thing about it is you give you two blokes a bit of a cook too, because you're fantastic. So
He always gives us a serve, always.
Oh, well, just don't put him on there, boys. That's all I can think of.
Oh, no, we don't censor the calls.
No, you don't have to censor the call, Phil. But if someone's bringing up under a wrong name, that's actually not censoring the call. It's actually just giving us people out here the pleasure of not having to hear someone do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but as Bruce says, he's a giveaway. His voice is so distinctive, you know.
Yeah, but, I don't know, it's the management, mate. It's not censoring calls.
No, in 25 years we've gagged no one, James. It's, open and slow here.
Of course, and we're not gagging him tonight. No. Thanks, James. Debbie at Geelong, good evening.
Hi, boys. Just in regards to the caller that rang in about David Beckham, it's been advertised on Channel 10 that it's an international cricket star.
Oh, I see.
So it's not David Beckham.
No, and according to the Herald Sun today, it's Shane Warne.
It would be interesting viewing if it is.
That's in the confidential papers.
But they're going to throw names up all over the place.
Oh, yeah, Channel 10 would be encouraging this.
Oh, of course. Publicity.
It is, yes.
All right, then. Just thought I'd give you a call.
Debbie, thanks. Thank you for ringing. Stuart at Carrum Downs.
Hi, Stuart.
G'day, boys. How you going?
Yeah, talk to us.
Look, I've heard that the guy before, definitely someone else that he says he's someone from a certain suburb is incorrect. I've heard this before. I used to work in sport and in having people on the radio ring me up, and we had the same problem. And look, as soon as that guy gets a better life, the better. What I rang up about is the celebration in Australia today, Australia Day. I think it's fantastic.
Right.
The multicultural, everyone's getting involved, but there's a lunatic in Perth who set fire to an Australian flag. I don't care what background you are. If you live in this country, you're under this flag, and you abide by the rules. And these people that just burn the flag, well, you know what? There's other people in third world countries that do harder than us, and people have to realise we're in a bloody good country, and we are. Australia is the best country on this earth, and that's all I have to say, boys.
Yeah, and let me tell you, Stuart, they're thinking of making it a criminal offence to burn the flag, which it isn't at the moment.
Well, so it should be.
Mm-hmm. It is. I'll tell you what, the guy that did it in Perth, it's on the news website. I hope he faces the full extent of the law, because anyone who burns the flag that you live under, well, you've got no place in this country as far as I'm concerned.
That's right.
And God bless you all, and happy Australia Day.
Thank you, Stuart. Well put, well said.
Now, it is illegal in America, I believe, to burn the flag.
I think it is too.
But not here yet. But, well, it should be, don't you agree?
Oh, yes.
You know, I mean, it shows a total lack of respect, doesn't it, Bruce?
Oh, totally, yes.
Hello again. This is John Doremus with the Passing Parade of the story of one of the world's truly original thinkers. The 18th century Italian scientist Lazzaro Spallanzani pioneered the study of microbes, or as they were called, little animals. He never tired of examining the living things of nature to find out how they worked. In an age of superstition and ignorance, he devoted a lifetime to the bold and persistent pursuit of scientific truth. And I'll be back with his story after this message. Spallanzani was born in northern Italy in 1729. The son of a lawyer, he resisted pressure from his father to push him into a legal career and spent every spare moment outdoors investigating the mysteries of nature. Finally overcoming parental objections, he entered university to study science, graduating in record time with honors in mathematics and logic. Appointed a professor of physics at the University of Reggio, he found himself with the facilities for researching into the questions his mind wanted answered. For more than 1,000 years, man had believed that life could arise spontaneously by some mysterious process. Spallanzani rejected this belief as superstitious nonsense. Unlike others who were content merely to argue about it, he set to work to prove the fallacy of spontaneous development of life. In his laboratory, he placed fresh meat in 2 separate jars. One jar was left open and the other covered with a cloth. Flies quickly found their way into the open jar, and before long, maggots appeared. But the covered jar remained clear. With this simple test, the ignorance of 1,000 years was swept away. Obviously, there had been no spontaneous development, or the maggots would have appeared in both jars. Spallanzani then turned his attention to the microbe world, discovered half a century before by the Dutchman Anthony Leeuwenhoek. Scientists had argued that although flies might come from eggs deposited by their mothers, there was still no explanation of how these little invisible animals developed unless they created themselves. Spallanzani set himself the task of disproving this. He bred more microbes and recorded in minute detail what happened when he blew tobacco smoke at them, electrocuted them, poisoned them, tried to suffocate them, or even ate them with his dinner. Working with a powerful microscope he had made himself, he managed to isolate one single microbe in a drop of pure distilled water. "I've done it. I've done what no man has ever done before," he exulted. "Now time will tell us what happens." In due course, the microbe divided in the center and 2 complete new little animals floated in the water. Microbe research, however, was only one facet of Spallanzani's busy scientific career. In his laboratory, he was always immersed in half a dozen knotty problems at once. He conducted long research into the digestion of food in the human stomach and studied the mating habits of numerous creatures. He was still working on various problems in 1799 when he collapsed in his laboratory and died. He is still remembered not so much for what he discovered, but for help in creating the ideals of modern science. Our time is up till we meet again. This is John Doremus. As always, thank you so much, and goodbye for now.
Williams, good evening.
Evening, Bruce.
Quite a beautiful day today, Australia Day.
Pretty ideal, wasn't it?
Oh.
Fair bit of sun, a bit filtered by that high cloud that came in, and 29 degrees. So still 22. I just saw some fireworks out here before. So
Yeah.
Lovely out over the docklands.
What's the overnight low looking like, Scott?
19 overnight, so we have got cloud increasing, and fair chance we'll wake up to the sound of raindrops pattering on the roof.
Oh,
There's,
good.
Bit of rain coming down from the northeast, actually. It's starting to see some lightning and thunder over the northeast, so there's a bit of a chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow as well. So not as pleasant a day, but some rain for the gardens. Could be as much as 10 or 15 millimetres in some suburbs, so quite substantial. 25 the top temperature. Not much change on Thursday, still with trough of low pressure in our vicinity, so more showers. Again, the risk of thunderstorms, 19 to 24, staying pretty humid. Then cooler on Friday as a low forms near us, and we'll continue to get showery weather right through the weekend, actually, with this low probably taking till early next week to drift away. So it's a slow-moving pattern. Only 20 on Friday, 22 Saturday, and 23 on Sunday, eventually recovering to about 28 by early next week, and we see clearing weather again.
All right, Scott, thank you very much indeed. That's good news, a low of 19. Rain forecast tomorrow, top of 25.
And staying in the 20s for the next 5 days.
3AW Wangaratta, 2QN, Deniliquinen, good evening, and this is Nightline.
Yeah, welcome to the show on DAB Plus Digital, and it's good to have your company.
Sandra's at Ferntree Gully.
Good evening, boys.
Hello, Sandra.
Hello. Isn't it great to be an Australian?
Of course.
It's wonderful. I'm just ringing today. I went to visit a friend in a nursing home, and I took my grandson with me because, I thought it was a nice thing to do. And we went there and they had an afternoon tea and we talked to the residents were just enthralled by having a young child. They don't get to see a lot of young people.
No.
No, and you're like me, Bruce. Your grandchildren are just wonderful. And
yes.
They need to experience some of the things that older people have got to tell them and stories. And he had a wonderful time. We sang songs and it was just the most enlightening experience to have a to see a child around elderly people who just wanted to talk to him about experiences they'd grown up with on Australia Day, and it was just lovely. And I just think, so many people need to do that, to visit people in aged care, because some of them don't get to see anybody, It's very
that's
sad.
right. That's exactly right.
It's very important. So we had a lovely day, and I'm so proud of him because he was so polite and so nice to all the people.
Isn't that beautiful?
So
How old is he?
he's 8.
Oh, good on him.
Yes. So
You'd be proud of him, Sandra.
I'm very, very proud. So I just wanted to ring and say that we had a great day, and it's great to be an Australian.
Oh, beautiful story. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. Good night to you. And Carol's at Brooklyn. Good evening.
Oh, hello, Bruce and Phil. Now, I've had to shut all my windows because all the smoke is coming inside from that fire.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, and I've had to bring all the cats in. I've got 24 cats, male tomcats, and I usually let them out at night around about this time, but tonight they're staying inside under closed windows and doors.
So what's your vet bill like every year? Carol?
I never use a vet, Philip.
Oh, well, that's a bit cruel.
Well, my cats are in good condition.
Well,
what do you think I do to them?
They all need vaccinations every year and medicine.
No, I don't believe in vaccination.
Okay.
No. And that fire, it's such a horrible smell. I don't know what's burning on there.
Well, it's rubber and plastic.
Well, it smells like someone's thrown plastic bags full of prawns or something.
Yeah. Well, keep your window shut and stay indoors.
Yes, well, thank you. Now, yesterday there was smoke all around the place. I believe Bianca tells me it was the fires from Tasmania.
Yes, wafting across Bass Strait.
Well, who's been burning fires down there?
Yeah.
Is it Bob Brown?
I don't know, but you'd wonder, wouldn't you? Thanks, Carol.
Thank you.
I'd love to hear from people who listen to Talkback Radio but have never called a radio station in their lives. Tonight could be the night, and you might be off interstate with Tiger Air.
Yeah, well, let's have a theme, shall we? The great Australian movies, songs, inventions and stories that have come out of Australia.
Yeah, or great Australian authors. Who's your favourite Australian author, perhaps? Or even Australian poet? Let's hear from you on 96900 693.
Well, Margaret at Bully, good evening.
Oh, good evening, Bruce and Phil.
Yes, Margaret, hello.
Happy Australia Day to you.
You too.
I don't suppose you would have seen the lovely concert tonight because you would have probably been on your way in. It was absolutely stupendous.
Yes, in Sydney.
Oh, yes, it was marvellous.
Wonderful.
Oh, I just hope they do it again and again. It was just, we recorded it because we missed the early part of it. But Kerry Ann was wonderful. She was fantastic.
Grant Denyer compared?
Yes, he did. Jessica Mauboy did some singing. Glenn Shorrock was on. He was amazing.
Yes.
Oh, and there was a tribute to Stevie Wright.
Wonderful.
They did that. It was very entertaining. It was like New Year's Eve all over again. It was really, really wonderful.
Good.
It was.
And they packed them in at Sydney Harbour.
Oh, it was incredible. I couldn't even believe the fireworks. I was shocked. It's the first time ever that we've had a concert like this on Australia Day, or as big as.
Yes.
Oh, it was lovely. And a little boy did. He was in the finale.
Yes.
7-year-old boy that sang the national anthem.
It was beautiful.
Oh, it was. I'm telling you, I was just emotional. I got all teary. It was it was just the best.
Well, maybe they'll repeat it, Margaret. Who knows?
Oh, I hope they do. I was really, really proud of it all, the whole production. We went on a bike ride today at the Warrandyte River there.
Oh, lovely.
It was beautiful, and we listened to Dennis in the afternoon. We had a lot of people ring in with, just little Aussie trademarks and things.
Yeah, I thought it was very entertaining.
It was. Nobody mentioned the little, remember the little Dixie cups of ice cream?
Oh,
Remember we used to get them, and the paddle pop.
With the wooden spoon.
Yes, exactly, and the sandwich. We'd get the ice cream sandwich. What was it? You get the 2 wafers, and then you get the...
yes, that was cream between with the wafers.
There you go. I couldn't remember what they were called. I know they were very, very, they're beautiful, very Australian. I think our ice creams are still the best in the world. I've had people come from overseas here and they've had our Bulla ice cream place. It's beautiful. Good cream.
That's right, there was the 2-in-1, wasn't there?
Yes, that was the other one, and you'd snap them halfway down the centre, and they were chocolate coated.
Yeah, good one. You're making my mouth water, Margaret.
Hey, Margaret.
Yes.
Tiger Air are sending you somewhere in Australia.
Oh, no. Oh, thank you, Tiger
Got
Air.
a choice of Adelaide, Brisbane, Cairns, Coffs Harbour, Darwin, Gold Coast, Hobart, Perth, Sydney, or the Whitsunday Coast.
But you're also in the draw for the major prize of a return airfares and a week's accommodation at the Hotel Mercure Bali Legion.
Oh, it's made my day.
Thanks to Tiger Air, who fly direct from Melbourne to Bali daily starting the 23rd of March.
And also now you take off from the new Terminal 4 at Tullamarine.
Thank you, 3AW and Tiger Air. That's wonderful. It's made my Australia Day.
All right, well, don't hang up. We need your destinations and plans for Bianca. Just hold the line.
Yeah, well done, Margaret. Hello, Anne at Mitcham. Once you turn your radio down, we can talk to you, Anne, in about 10 seconds.
And good evening.
She's on the way to the phone.
Yes.
Again, hello, Anne of Mitcham.
Well, let's go to Kim at Whittlesea then, shall we?
Hi, Kim. G'day.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Good, I'm a first-time caller, so I'm a little bit nervous.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you. I've listened for a long time. I just thought I'd ring and tell you about my Australia Day today. We went to, I think it was Caloundra near Marutna, and we played lawn bowls in a paddock.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how lovely.
It was the best day. All the country people up there were so nice and friendly, and yeah, it was a really, really good day.
Now, why did you select that?
We were at Ngambia and someone told us about it, so we thought, okay, let's try it.
Oh, great.
Have you ever played lawn bowls before?
I do. I play lawn bowls, and I play with your friend from Whittlesea, Tony from Whittlesea.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And you wear your whites and everything, do you?
Oh, no, we don't. We wear navy blue pants and a nice
okay.
shirt, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, you've had a wonderful day.
Had a wonderful day, and my favourite Aussie singer is John Williamson.
Oh, mine too.
Yeah.
Love his. Yeah, so I just thought I'd ring up and say
Well,
that.
there's some of those wonderful songs, the...
True Blue.
Love them.
And the one we love about the Scarlet...
Yes.
Scarlet Roses, is it?
Beautiful.
Oh, yes, beautiful songs.
Yes.
Mallee Boy, of course.
Yes, yeah. Yep, love them all.
Now, ring more often, Kim, won't you,
Will
please?
do. Okay.
Well, thank you for sharing your Australia Day with us, Kim.
Yeah. Plenty of calls coming in now on 96900 693. We'd love to talk to you in the last half hour or
A
so.
low of 19 degrees forecast for tomorrow. Rain on the way, top of 25.
Okay, sounds all right. And thunderstorms too possible tomorrow. Be on the alert, folks. At the Keilor East, hello, James.
Here's a thunderstorm coming.
All right.
I just talked to a lovely young girl who was on the phone.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find you all night, and she said I have to have a digital radio.
Yes, you do, yes.
Now, I don't want to sound too severe, but you guys have looked after... I've been on your radio for 24 years at night.
Yeah.
I'm just on 80, and I got a lot of people who I listen to ringing up with complaints and help. I don't think 3AW is helping the elderly people at all. I am very, very disappointed.
Well, you know, it's only for...
How many old people have gone to buy a digital radio?
It's only for the summer season while the cricket is
Only
on.
for the summer season, so you don't care.
Of course we care. We care about each and every one of you.
Why don't you and Simon get some balls and talk to the bloody people that I think 24 years you have lost me. Good night, fellas, and Merry Christmas and not a Happy New Year.
Oh, how miserable you are, James.
Very, very miserable, James.
You don't understand the setup. We program from Sydney. You don't know anything about networking. You didn't want to talk about it with us. I think you're a bit of a grump and a grouch.
Anyway, we'll be back on AM in about 5 minutes' time and all together.
Yes. James is sort of bloke that would go into a store and complain and take things back.
But you're never going to win, so let's not get all het up over it.
I agree, but we could have had a civil conversation with him.
But it's not going to happen.
And explain the situation.
It is never going to happen.
No, he didn't want it to happen.
He has a closed mind, and that's as it is.
Yeah, so we're sorry to lose you after 24 years, James. But we didn't like your aggressive attitude, to be honest, even though you are 80, and I normally respect people who are senior to me. I thought your language was crude as well. 27 past 11.
96900 693. Great Aussie movies, songs and inventions.
Now, are you still fighting your way home from the long weekend? If so, where are you? How's the traffic situation? What time do you expect to be home? Or have you had an easy cruisy run on home?
Yeah.
And where have you been for the long weekend?
Yeah, exactly. Craig at Mornington. Good evening, Craig.
Yeah, g'day, fellas. How are you both?
Hi, Craig.
A very long and hard Australia.
Down to a barbecue at my mother's, and she hasn't been down to my mother's for 15 years.
Goodness me. Oh. Well, you made up for lost time and made up for it today.
Would have been a memorable day for you, Alan.
Good on you, Al. Jan at McLeod.
Hi, Jan.
Hi, boys. We had a fantastic day. We started off and said, no, we're not going to play cricket until after lunch, not until after lunch. And I said, that was the rules, not until after lunch. And the next thing you know, the boys are outside. They've moved the chook shed. It's got like a little portable chook shed. They've moved that over to the side. One of the chooks got out, so they put them in the kids' playpen around it, and then they used it's the umbrella that they turned over to use, and they painted wickets on the back of it.
Oh, okay.
So, and we didn't finish. Well, we didn't start lunch until about 3.
Oh.
And then our boys said, well, I'm going to go and watch cricket.
Yeah.
So guess who got to do the dishes?
Oh, Mum.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one of the boys is sort of saying, I reckon we could hit it over the fence. I said, no, Mrs. Dawson said, you're not, no more of that, no more of that. Next thing you know, the ball's over the fence for 6 and in the nectarine tree.
Oh.
So one of the boys got one of the nectarines and kind of put it in place of the ball. And you can imagine what happened next. So,
Did Mrs. Dawson come out?
No, luckily I don't think she's home. So, otherwise we would have heard, lots and lots of stuff. But, yeah, it was one of the most memorable. It's great to have all the family around and have a lot of fun.
Did you take some photos?
We've got some great photos. I can send you some in if you like.
Oh, no, keep kidding. They're personal.
Okay, Jan, we're going to hold you there and get you a Bataki mini easy cut ham.
Oh, that's me, boys.
Bataki is simply the best.
Thank you.
So don't hang up. Hold on for Bianca. Margaret of Geelong.
Yes, I think being an Australian's about having a go, and sometimes people they think they have to have everything and give their kids everything. Otherwise, sometimes I think it stops kids from having a bit of incentive.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I had the example, we had a lot of kids, and we went camping, and one of the neighbouring campers offered my 6-year-old son 10 cents each if he could get some worms, because his grandson was coming down from Melbourne, and he thought that he'd take him fishing. So he underestimated the 6-year-old, because the 6-year-old went down the caravan park and he got a whole lot of kids and offered them 5 cents each for worms.
Good on him.
And when he came back, Mr. Davis wasn't overly impressed. He thought he was a little shyster. But the following year he thought it was funny. At the time he was embarrassed. But I think sometimes kids need to have a bit of incentive, and I think if you give them everything, well, they don't learn to use their imagination.
No use of brains and their wits.
But he's going to be a smart businessman by the sound of it.
Oh, he is. He's grown up now. This is going back a few years ago. He's an accountant investor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Margaret. Nice story.
Okay, Mark. Thank you. To Helen now. Good evening, Helen.
Hi, good evening. How are you tonight?
Yeah, what's news, Helen?
I just had a really quiet Australia Day. Didn't really see anybody, but I watched the Channel 10 Australia Day concert tonight.
Wasn't it wonderful?
Grant Denyer on Channel 10. It was brilliant.
Wasn't it wonderful, Helen?
Oh, it was beautiful. I loved it.
What did you love best?
I actually liked the little boy that had the hiccups.
Oh, yes.
They got him on the stage at the end to join in with everybody singing the national anthem.
Oh, yes.
Little redhead boy, he's gorgeous.
Oh, that's nice, Helen. Thanks for sharing that.
That's all right.
Thanks, Helen, very much. You remember the boy who had the hiccups?
Yes, I do. It was singing
It went viral. It went viral on television.
Yes, about a month ago, yes.
And he sang it tonight.
Oh, good, without hiccups.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Karen at Sunshine, good evening.
Hi, Bruce and Phil.
Yes, hi, Karen.
Happy Australia Day, or what's left of it.
Yeah, you too.
I like the old chicken parmigiana.
Oh, yeah, that's become very much our dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I tell you what, I'm really glad I'm Australian. I mean, we live in a land of beauty, don't we? I mean, the scenery is superb. There's a lot of contrasting scenery in Australia. It's got the world's best beaches, lovely rainforests and deserts and everything, and so there's a lot of contrast there. And also, we're a land of plenty. I mean, if you want something, you just go and buy it, don't you?
Of course, it's there.
Not like in Ethiopia and all that. And we've got a lot of religious freedom, which is good. You know, we can worship wherever we want in what church. And like if you live in the Middle East and Africa, it's Christians and burn the churches. So we should be really appreciative of the fact that we can just go to church and.
Yes.
Yes, with
also,
religious freedom.
Mm-hmm. A land of opportunity.
Yeah, we take it all for granted, don't we?
Because, I mean, we can go and find jobs, you know, and all this. So I think it's really, I'm really happy I'm Australian.
Your children to school, you know, that they'll be home for lunch or at night time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Many countries you can't do that.
That's true.
All right, Karen, I'm glad you count your blessings.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
All right, Karen, thank you for that. Nice call. 21 to midnight.
Did you go to the big parade this morning? Tell us all about it.
Yeah.
Or were you naturalised to them?
Yes.
Share that proud moment as well.
Barbara at Keysborough.
Hello, guys. Guess what? No barbecue, but for lunch we had a meat pie.
Good.
And for dinner we had lamb loin chops and 3 veggies.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty Australian, isn't it? But I watched that Channel 10 Australian concert tonight.
Yes, yes.
And it made me really feel good with all the crowd and fireworks and the Australian singers.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. So that was my Australia Day.
So much talent in this country, isn't there, Barbara?
Yes, there is.
Yes.
But that Jessica Malbay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and that guy, Len Sharrock. What's his name?
Glenn Sharrock, yes.
Yeah, he was even singing there.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Okay, so keep well, and school goes back.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Next week, isn't it?
Thursday. No, tomorrow. Thursday. Friday.
Oh.
Now, before you go to bed, you should have either peach mova or pavlova. Barbara, keep it Australian.
Yes. The old 3 veggies and chops.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Okay. Let's talk about the traditional, like the roast.
Yes.
I don't know whether other countries have it, but the old roast lamb and roast beef.
But do we still have our Sunday roast? I think it's a bit of a thing of the past, isn't it?
I think so.
I think families have gone their own way on Sundays now, haven't they?
I think you're right.
More's a pity.
I think the barbecue is still very Aussie.
Oh, yes, very much so.
Isn't it?
A lot of people turn to seafood these days, too.
Fish and chips is Aussie.
Yeah, not everyone likes meat these days.
Lamb's fry.
Oh, yes. Brains on toast, maybe.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Tripe and parsley sauce, Bruce.
No, that's 40 years ago.
Irish stew.
No.
Rabbit stew.
No.
No? Okay. We still have time to take your call for the next 10 minutes. 96900 693. You might win a prize. But as I said, if you've never called us before, take a deep breath, pluck up courage, and we'd love to talk to you on
Tell us
Nightline.
about the Aussie dish that you love.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell us about your day.
Rabbit. You still have rabbit, didn't you?
Yes, but...
Fricassee of rabbit.
Yeah, never offered to you. It's never on the menu anymore, is it? I think rabbit sort of was out of favour when we had the Calixi virus and myxomatosis.
Yeah.
Who wants to poison rabbit?
Oh, well, who did do it? That's stupid. Who'd do that?
I don't think we've eaten rabbit since, have we? What about, do you like duck, Peking duck and Chinese dishes?
Well, that's Chinese, isn't
yeah,
it?
but I mean, do you like yum cha and all that sort of stuff? Malaysian food, Thai food?
Yes, what are the imported foods we love? Chicken parmigiana, that sort of thing.
Yes, I love Mexican food. I love tortillas and burritos.
Yes.
You know, smothered in yogurt and sour cream. What about yourself, folks? 9-6. What are you eating at this moment? Come on, own up. Tell us, are you sitting up in bed eating raisin toast maybe, or a pikelet? What are you doing? 96900 693.
What would the those Jaffa lions? They were popular, weren't they? Very Aussie.
With the long handles.
Yes.
And you held them over the burner. And you had probably baked beans inside 2 pieces of bread.
They were huge, weren't they? The Jaffa lions.
Yes, everyone wanted a Jaffa or a waffle lion as well.
Okay, Jenny has called us. Are you there, Jenny?
I am. We had a lovely day today.
Yeah.
We went to the naturalisation ceremony at the Cultural Centre down in Pakenham.
Oh, good on you.
And we did it last year as well. I find that this area's made me more civic-minded than I've ever been, Bruce and Phil.
Right.
It's, you know, the people are just, there's a close-knit community down here.
That's beautiful.
Anyway, there were 64 people who went up to be naturalised. From all over the world, but mainly Indian.
Yes.
But these ladies were dressed so beautifully in their costumes, you know, in their saris.
That's
beautiful to see.
Yes.
And then the scouts put on a barbecue afterwards.
Oh, you've had a wonderful day.
Oh, it was just beautiful.
Yes.
Then we went down to the grandchildren and showed them the flags that David put on the car. They loved it.
I love it.
And started singing out Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. You know? It was really lovely. So,
thanks for sharing that, Jenny.
All the best.
Okay, Jenny, thank you.
I would love to hear from someone in South Morang who replaced me this evening for the unfurling of the flag and the speech.
Oh, you're not going to hear from them.
Oh, well, I'd love to know.
Well, you weren't there.
I couldn't be. I had to be here.
Well, go there and find out who replaced you.
Somebody ring in and tell me, please.
Second best. Joe at Hoppers Crossing, good evening.
Hi, boys. You're still fighting about that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Lazy hound.
You make me laugh. Bruce, you made me think about those old Jaffa lions.
Oh, yes.
They were the best, weren't they?
I love them.
They were like the prehistoric bevel sandwich makers.
Yes, they were.
But I think they're better. I like them better because the eggs don't come out of the edge.
Oh, they don't either.
Do you know what? This is a true story. I was looking them up on eBay the other week to see if you can still get them.
All right, yes.
And you can. Yeah. But we used to have a round one, and you can get square ones as well.
Yes, that's right.
But I like the round ones. Australia Day today, I had a pretty relaxed day today, just stayed at home, but a friend brought over a homemade meat pie.
Oh.
So we had that for tea. And
beautiful.
It was absolutely beautiful.
Oh, yum, yum.
Just beautiful. A heap of veggies and a homemade meat pie.
Oh, good for you, Joe.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
No worries.
Yeah.
Happy Australia Day, guys.
Happy Australia Day, Joe.
I have to ask you, because you're also a fellow ambassador of Australia Day, where did you speak today?
Up at, where was it? Monbulk.
Oh, Monbulk. Oh, were you...
Norma, Norma at Reservoir, good evening.
Oh, good evening, Bruce. This is Norma. I just thought I'd like to ring and let you know that on this day 50 years ago, my second daughter was born. We celebrated her birthday today, her 50th birthday.
Wonderful.
With a lovely party. And I just thought that you might be interested to know.
Yes, of course.
What's her name?
Her name is Kate.
Happy 50th birthday, Kate.
And also, you'll be interested to know that when she was born, at that particular time there was an Australia Day Council, and they used to send a letter of congratulations to every mother that had a baby on Australia Day, and also a commemorative teaspoon, which was engraved with Australia Day 1966.
Oh, how special is that?
So we kept that, and I gave it to her. I kept it until she turned 21, and then I gave it to her for her 21st birthday. And I just thought people might be interested to know that.
Oh, yes. If she's tuned in and she's probably at a party, we wish you well, Kate, on your 50th.
Yes, thank you very much. It used to be Arbor Day, didn't it?
Which day?
Arbor.
Meaning?
Well, the Australia Day holiday.
Oh, Arbor Day.
Arbor Day, wasn't it?
Yes, perhaps that rings a bell.
Lindsay at Hughesdale.
Yeah, g'day, guys.
Hi.
Yeah, probably should have been having a barbecue and a beer tonight, being Australia Day, but I had a beef stew and some veggies. But then tonight,
yum.
But then tonight I had that early and I was starving. You know what I got out? I had a bottle of that. I keep a bottle of it in the fridge because I make them quite often. Pancake mix because I love pancakes. So I made a couple of pancakes and put some sugar and rolled them up with what do you call it? Strawberry jam in the middle.
Beautiful.
And poured a little bit. I didn't have any cream, so I put a little bit of yogurt on, and then just rolled them up. And I tell you what, with a cup of tea, they were beautiful.
Oh yes.
I felt guilty afterwards, but anyway, that's life.
Wonderful.
Who did you share them with, Lindsay?
Yeah, me.
Oh,
I'm the only one here, so I mean, as I was saying, I love the pancakes. So that mix I find the easiest. You just pour it in the fry pan and...
you should make your way to the pancake parlour sometime.
That sounds fabulous, Lindsay.
I should go there one day. I suppose they make pretty good pancakes.
In fact, we've got an invitation for you now. Would you like to go?
Oh, I'd love to.
All right, will you hold on for Bianca, will you?
Yeah.
Just hold the line.
Questions in Why Is It So? Why do we press harder on a remote control when we know the batteries are flat? Why do banks charge a fee on insufficient funds when they know there's not enough? Why does someone believe you when you say there are 4 billion stars, but check when you say the paint is wet? Why doesn't glue stick to the bottle? Why do they use sterilized needles for death by lethal injection? Why doesn't Tarzan have a beard? Why does Superman stop bullets with his chest but ducks when you throw a revolver at him? Why do kamikaze pilots wear helmets? Whose idea was it to put S in the word lisp? What is the speed of darkness? Are there specially reserved parking spaces for normal people at those Special Olympics? If you send someone styrofoam, how do you pack it? If the temperature is 0 outside today, and it's going to be twice as cold tomorrow, how cold will it be?
Copyright restrictions.
No, I haven't finished.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If people evolved from apes, why are there still apes? If it's true that we are here to help others, what are the others doing here? Do married people live longer than single ones, or does it only seem longer? And if someone has a split personality who threatens to commit suicide, is it a hostage situation?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, okay.
Good.
Copyright restricts distribution of this piece by any means of duplication.
And you fluffed it.
Thank you, Bianca. Thank you for the calls. Luke Boner is after midnight with Australia overnight, Phil.
Well, yeah, thanks, Rich. We've had a terrific night and look forward to tomorrow night.
Indeed. Good night, Samuel, Carter and Amelia, Emily, Charlotte, Sweet Ella Grace, little William Oliver and Sophia Grace.
My thoughts are with the sick, the sad, the lonely, the homeless, the helpless, the hapless.
Oh, yes. Or even people who are doing quite nicely.
Yeah, all the best to them, too, if you're successful.
Indeed. Thanks, everyone. See you tomorrow at 10 for Nightline.
Good night, bros.
That's the way she went today.